Good morning, welcome from beautiful and sunny Amsterdam for yet another vlog, yet another trip report, yet another conference that I'm attending, and yet another Dutch PHP conference because I come here every single year. Let me take you inside to tell you more. Let me lay it out for you. This is the Apollo Hotel, this is the Harbor View Suite, and Apollo Hotels is part of the SPG group. As a loyal gold member, I eventually had to end up here. But today and the rest of the week is definitely not about checking out the marina, nor is it about hanging out in this lovely suite, this lovely hotel room. It's about the event, it's about the Dutch PHP conference. I've been attending DPC since 2008, so in fact it's 10 years since I was first here at this event. And I've been speaking at this event for many years. But the cool thing is that the very first shot I got at speaking internationally was here at DPC 8 years ago. This week, Saturday to be precise, will be a full circle moment for me because I'm allowed to do the closing keynote for the very first time. Not for the very first time just at DPC, but the very first time in general. Doing a closing keynote isn't anything like doing a regular tech talk. Closing keynotes, as the name indicates, happens at the end of the event and is a sort of inspirational closing session. What is this keynote about, I hear you ask? It's about luck, or maybe even about the lack of luck. Allow me to explain. In a lot of situations in life, things happen for me that were positive, and people often attribute that to luck, but I don't believe that's true. People confuse luck with chance. Chance is something that is completely random, completely beyond your control, but luck is something that you can control if you figure out the right variables. Obtaining success is a matter of finding and controlling the right variables. The more variables that you control, the more you can control the outcome. And that's the central theme of my presentation. See that marina out there? I want to swim it. I've arrived at DPC, the conference starts. Enough with exploring the city, enough with vlogging in Amsterdam itself. Let's get to the heart and soul of the trip, and that is actually the conference. This is the speaker room, I'm gonna drop some stuff here, and I'm gonna start enjoying the opening and the opening keynote by Samantha Quinones.
Please give a warm welcome to Samantha Quinones.
I don't believe this is an actual fire alarm. I think someone opened the emergency door, like right there. I think that's part of the problem. My colleague Joachim is doing his Git talk in room 104. I'm going there now to give him that mental support he might need. Heading out. I'm heading to the speakers dinner, which is a 5-minute walk.
Things that hook into
What's the name of this place again?
Orbit.
Orbit restaurant. Nice people. Let me show them to you.
I'm not allowed to hear this.
All very nice people. Interesting conversations.
Yes.
Great Asian food. Let me show that to you as well. Before I can actually go on stage, face the audience and do this presentation, which is called Controlling the Variables, I need to practice it, of course. A lot of it will be in the moment and based on the feedback and the vibes I get from the audience, but there is preparation required. So let's try doing this now. It's called controlling the variables. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, has it occurred to you that when you do something right in life, when you are successful, when things are happening, that people often attribute it to luck? Okay, it's almost that time. We're doing a sound check. Everything is great. I have my presenter notes there. I have my screen. I have a book to raffle. This is Tom. He'll announce me. We have some people we're waiting for, apparently. Still need an audience. Everything is lined up. I have my camera here. Do you hear that echo, that noise? We're on the PA, so wish me luck.
It's my pleasure to announce our closing keynote speaker. The title, as you can see, is Controlling the Variables, and the speaker is going to share with us his experiences, his hopes, and his dreams. Please welcome Thijs Verijn.
Hi everyone! Can you hear me all right? We have cameras, we're pressing buttons right now. This is what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad to be here with you, to share this experience with you. Have you noticed that in life, if we do things the right way, that often people say, oh, you just attribute it to luck. Oh, you did well, or you did good in life, you're successful. You were lucky. But then on the other hand, if that is not the case, people often attribute it not to bad luck, but just to failure. Have you experienced that? Well, in a lot of cases, we can use the term luck, and I believe in luck. But luck isn't exactly the typical term or the typical interpretation that people call it. For me, luck, it's a term we use to name things that we really can't explain. Maybe things we don't understand, or things we can't comprehend. Now, for the sake of this presentation, this is my Twitter handle. You can use it to heckle me. I see some notorious hecklers sitting here on the front row. But I was 14 years old and I wanted to get into IT. And my school counselors weren't really big fans of that. They're like, this doesn't really seem like the best idea, right? You're not that good at maths. You suck at everything else scientific. Your sense of logical, these things are all true. These are facts, by the way. I really suck at maths. Your logical reasoning is not that, you're not that analytical. And what they also said is, you don't need languages in IT. You don't need communication skills in IT. Who needs soft skills anyway, right? Right? Kenneth did a workshop about soft skills, so we realized that this kind of advice isn't really what we want to listen to. Prior to becoming an evangelist, I already went to my very first conference. And that was in Mörfelden near Frankfurt, the International PHP Conference, which turned out to be not that international. It's primarily German speaking. Just a piece of advice. Being here with you on this stage is a great honor. But is that where it ends? Or is that the mission? Is that the goal? Not really. It's about three things. It's about process, it's about outcome, and it's about side effects. Now the process is speaking. I like to speak. I like to be on stage, tell stories, talk about tech. The outcome could be that I could do the closing keynote at DPC edition 2018. But I don't like that outcome, because if you only do the process for the outcome, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And that will catch up with you later on. You have to speak because you like speaking, and translate that to whatever you're doing. You have to write code, not just to make money, but because you like writing code. And everything that happens to me, for the time being, I call side effects, because I haven't figured out what the outcome is. I gave him my business card, and I heard nothing. And then he wrote me an email and gave me a call, and he said, you fly to Krakow, guy will be there with car, drive you 3 hours in mountains. I don't know about that. And there's lots of keywords that I use. Remember that treasure map early on? There's lots of those that we can use. But I'll give you a couple ones. 3 that start with P. In order to be successful, at least apply passion, respect the people, and have the patience. That being said, it was a tremendous honor being here. I always wanted to do this in life, and I'm glad I was able to share it with you. The end.